don't get to. You realize I'm not. You know what? I don't even know what. I'm not talking to you. Like, cause I feel like y'all be aiding each other in y'all bullshit. like low key, like it is funny too. Cause if we all let y'all just talk to each other, you'll be like, yeah, that sounds good as fuck. And then we all kind of pop in like, everything good here? Yeah, we got this plan. I'd be like, this. And they're like, man, I ain't think about that. Like all the possibilities. Like, listen. I wasn't blocking. I was saying, if this works out for you, right, what next? Like y'all was really prepared for my guy to get turned down, and I was like, hey,
listen, I'm all for anybody shooting a shot. Shoot your shot. Listen, whether it hit or not, just shoot it. You never know. You might catch her on the day.
Hey, listen, you're right.
All I say, you might catch her on the day. You're like, no, I could just use some.
You're right. You know, you absolutely right, but. He cocky, okay? And at some point, you know, he was talking about, you know, put it on and make it want to marry me. Right. So that's the thing. So remember that you giving us all this. I got that good. I got that godly. And it's like, okay. So when you get the hypnotizing happening, and then she hitting your phone, like, so when next time. You what you do now? Like, man, look, and then you got I done did this. I done set this up for you. I done built y'all a museum and y'all put a little bit of art in it. So now niggas coming to see some art. She want to put more art in it, and you're not here to put the art in.
Yeah, that's true.
See,
but yeah,
I don't ever pray on nobody's downfall. I just need you to understand that there are several different ways this could turn out, and if this goes really well for you, what we gonna do next?
See, we just go see what happens.
You worry about the wrong things.
We will cross that bridge when it gets built.
I know, and the thing is that the bridge gets built way quicker than y'all be anticipating.
I forgot what it was. I thought, shit, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's how men work.
Bad. All bad. I have at least 3 contingency plans. For everything I do, I'm just sure that everything is just gonna go fucking south.
I mean, every dude's contingency plan is the same.
I know.
Fuck about it.
I
know. No matter what the situation is, like
yeah, he's a phantom. Like y'all all go Danny Phantom.
What else? Like why? Because guess what? If you stay, it's just gonna make it worse.
Because y'all ain't shit.
You stay is gonna make it worse.
Just say it. Go ahead, say niggas ain't shit.
No, listen. If more people applied that, life would be better. But everybody always trying to fix your shit.
Listen. You can't.
No, I'm not even just relationship shit. In general.
No. You can't just leave everything. There's a certain amount of responsibility. You can't just leave stuff.
Some stuff you can.
Some, but not all. Look at me.
Majority.
Not all.
Burn
half.
You break a vase, sweep it up and leave. Ain't nothing else you can do about it. Burn a hole in the carpet. Leave.
You have to leave. You burn a hole in my carpet. Get out.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, spill some juice, wipe it up, leave. Like, get out of there. Like,
this obviously can only be for simple stuff, guys.
You know what I'm saying?
This clearly can't be for serious
You
things.
accidentally, I don't know, trying to open the door, boom, elbow somebody, leave.
I do. Like, if I hit you with the door, I'm like,
Yeah, like,
Listen, I got a rule in the winter. If I bust my ass, I'm leaving.
You accidentally spill some tea, leave.
Why old boy on a unicorn? Where do you even get this animation from? You ever seen that before?
Yeah, I got it on my dude floats. You can find it in
I know the dude float. I never seen the unicorn before.
Yeah, you can find it in a little Xbox customization area for your little avatar. You can have Wolverine claws. No,
I remember all that. Yeah. But I think what I'm more mad about is I know that nigga over there like, look at me, nigga, I'm on a unicorn.
Exactly what you saying. What we all do. But
only for simple stuff. You guys can't just leave.
You accidentally tell a secret. Leave. Leave.
It's all for the games so they tell you who told somebody. Oh, it's all bad. It don't matter if you left.
Leave. Everybody involved in that secret, leave. Block them on everything.
Oh my God. Wait. Wasn't that you? See, because I do that. You know, like, you can't do that. Remember that?
No, in certain situations you can. That situation, it can't be repaired.
Oh.
You gotta remove.
Okay.
The only solution is, think about it. The only solution gonna be from that point on is to cut you off. So you got to drop them. They gonna be like, he can't be trusted. Gotta go.
I ain't gonna hold you. Low key, yesterday I was at Yours Truly with my family, and my toast was already buttered, and I had to jam like. I was like, wow, who the fuck?
She has a thing for her.
Don't butter
her foods being
Don't butter my fucking toast.
Condimented.
Offer me jelly. You sick human.
She doesn't like both of them.
I was mad. I had to put jelly on it anyway because the butter wasn't buttering. It was a sad world yesterday. It was bad, but it was good because my sister apparently didn't clean the bottom of her Apple Watch, and we just decided to roast her about that.
I didn't see that coming.
Yo,
it was crusty, wasn't it?
It wasn't like as bad because she like takes it off, but she had like kind of took it off, and we was like, "Hey, what you?" And she was like, "Oh, ew, what's this?" And my sister, our youngest, was like, "Hey, you'll clean the bottom of your Apple Watch," and I was like, "I guess you're not a material girl." Like I was like,
It's probably one of the things that just never.
I think it's because like it's because of when you take it off, you put it on charge, you put it back on.
Yeah, because.
I mean, there's
there's nothing on mine.
Also, you're not working out, you're not sweating in it, then you feel like it's not doing it wasn't the crustiest thing, but it was.
Now I do clean like the inside of my phone and the case because of crumb buildup.
Yeah, that
debris buildup.
I know. Now that I have a clear case on my phone, I'm just
like I think
waiting on the dirt.
Somebody asked me why you do that. Like I'll be like you
ever just take your case off and clean your phone?
Clean your phone. Your shit probably crusty.
Oh, I know. We actually talking about the dirty screen. I said you be feeling it on your face. I'm like
you get the pocket lint and all that. Then your charger port be all foul. Like that pocket lint build up. Okay, and I know a couple of y'all probably had some cookies and some shit in your pocket at one point. You got some crumbs in that motherfucker. Clean off your phone. Probably I say like at least twice a month. You know what I'm saying? Just when you bored, just take it out the case, wipe it down.
I normally when I look at it, I be like, yuck, and then I just
because I I got the little plastic part, then I got the rubber that covers, so I can see the dust build up, and I'll be like, all right, I gotta. Disgusting. And then when you take it off, it'll be a crusty ass dust line where the case be. Like
it's disgusting. It's disgusting. You can't.
And then it be crushed all next to your notification switch. Yeah, you gotta wipe it down, man. Wipe your phones down, man. It's all right.
Hey, yo, clean your shit, bro.
Face debris, face flakes all on there.
So today we're gonna talk about welcome to Anime and Things.
Yeah, welcome to Anime and Things.
that was the open.
Things. That was the things. We always open with things.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've been opening with anime a lot lately.
Nah, man, we just do what we want. At the end of the day, it's our shit.
Yeah, gang.
If I want to come over here and talk about jellyfish, I'm gonna talk about jellyfish. Who gonna stop me?
I mean,
this is not anime. You still ugly.
Y'all don't comment.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I can't wait to see that post. I can't wait to see that post. I can't wait for someone to be like, "So wow, I'm ugly." Like somebody want to be under our Instagram. Like somebody want to tweet at us so aggressively.
I was in a party, and one dude was playing a video game. The other dude threw some shade at him. He was like, "I thought you were such and such," and he was like, "I thought you were handsome." I was like, ooh.
Well, please do not attack us on social media.
Listen, can we all agree that calling somebody ugly will be an insult that will never go away? Like, it would never not be funny.
It's like calling your mom fat. Like, every time you, like, no matter what, bro. Like,
no matter what, you go get a chuckle from somebody.
Like, and you are. You absolutely are.
Like, shut your ugly ass up. Dying. I don't know why. That insult will never die. They could be gorgeous and you still call somebody ugly. They're still funny.
What was that same thing with calling people old? Like, right. You'll never die. You can't never say, that's because you're fucking old. That's why.
We used to call people bald so much. Somebody was at a party like, do y'all got something against bald people? Like,
that's what black people think. I think
I'll be like, nah, I don't know.
It don't help that our culture be real deep in our hair too. So when you call somebody bald, even a bald nigga be like, hey, I ain't bald. Like
baldy.
Hey, listen, that was such a thing. She used to do that stupid bald head scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back shit. Hey, yo, you call me bald head, I'm throwing hands. I don't care if you just play with
everybody me. Know I got my one trump card. If I date a female, my hair longer than yours, my trump card is that's gonna be my trump card. I'm gonna save it to when you say some real disrespectful shit that hurt my feelings. I'm gonna be like, that's why my hair longer than yours, bitch. Just like that. I'm gonna drop it just like that. I'm gonna walk away.
Disrespect.
Wow. I remember I'm saving it. This is like the last resort. You left me no choice.
This the real reason we couldn't be together, y'all. This.
Like, you activated my trap card, like type shit. Like, it's gonna be face down for the whole match.
For the real, for anyone who my fiance's hair is shorter than mine, and his girl's hair is definitely
for the final match. I'm telling you, that last round, you try to
break up with you.
You try to get a little too personal, and I'm hitting you with it. You activated my trap card.
So in anime news, guys, I know y'all see these on Thursdays or whatever day, but we record on Sundays. So
the merger has happened.
Yes, it has.
It's the Sprint and T-Mobile of the anime world.
It is. It absolutely. What shook me was that Funimation was like, we bought Crunchyroll, and I was like, okay, and they're like, we put everything on Crunchyroll, and I was like,
I think because
hello.
I think they had bigger viewership.
I think
that's the only reason. I think Crunchyroll had more viewership than Funimation. So they made the executive decision. We just gonna buy them niggas.
Yeah.
And then we gonna move our stuff over there.
Well, I think so. What's strange now is I'm curious because they did send out like a whole like, what should I do now with my account type deal, and I did read into it a little bit, but pretty much they already started the shift. I don't know if you guys have already seen it. They've already started the shift. Wherever you are in your Funimation no longer matters. So you need to go. You better write down where you are now and go move it over, add it on your Crunchyroll if you have Crunchyroll, and go ahead and just start like shifting over what you're watching.
I'm already on Crunchyroll, so I ain't got nothing to worry about.
I'm on both, but what happens is you got Funimation exclusives. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's coming over.
Like that's moving over and stuff like that. So if you're
they put out a big list of everything they bringing over as well.
Yeah, and they're shifting. They're moving stuff like every day. Yeah, I think. So
there's a lot of dub that's coming.
Oh, hella dub. Hella fucking dub. Like now, whenever I start an anime, it's automatic dub.
Yeah, like, I thought it was just me. No, I was like, what is this?
Yeah, okay, so I accidentally started a new anime, which like my friend like, how the fuck you accidentally start a new anime? Yeah, how do you? But it was all on my playlist in Crunchyroll. When you add something to your playlist, like to your watch list, like whatever, it's the first thing you watch when you're trying to watch something. So I thought it was something else because they kind of like look, they're kind of drawn the same. I think they're by the same studio. I thought it was something else and it wasn't. So I ended up starting that other men's volleyball at 243. So, but it started in English. I was like, hello.
I started. What is the name of it?
Have you watched Love of Kill yet?
No, I have been on a huge like look at my history. I've been on a huge bender though. Like I've been turned up.
Yeah, Sakugan. Okay.
I'm caught up on that. I've been watching The Ranking of Kings.
I need to watch Shield Hero.
I've watched The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest. Yeah, it was good. Oh, I watched.
I caught up on Orient.
Shinmu, the animation. I fucks with it.
Okay.
I fucks with. You know what I'm saying? I've been all over the place. You know, Orient. We all caught up. You know,
I gotta catch up on
Bisco. Yeah. You know, I'm all caught up on Attack. I still gotta watch the last 2 episodes. It's only because there's 2 episodes left that I've been like putting it back. Cause it's like, all right, it's just 2 episodes of this. I can watch this whenever.
Listen,
it's just 2 episodes.
You need to watch the End of Tokyo Revengers just so that you can see. Have you seen when Chifuyu met Baji? You've seen that already, right? Yeah. Cause that is also you gotta watch because the very last episode, Takemichi go back to the future.
Okay, I'm gonna knock those out, but I definitely had to do a lot of catching up on the Attack on Titan.
I know because I read it. It's not really a big. Like,
and then the ranking of Kings has me in the chokehold.
I know you did say that last time.
That has me in the chokehold.
I need to finish Tact OP Destiny.
Yep, I only had 1 episode left for that. So
I kind of fell off of it because I just don't like their character. I wasn't that invested. Should have been more invested.
What else? So yeah, I made the binge started really with Demon Slayer. Me catching up on Demon Slayer. Okay. And then I just been on a binge after that. I got to catch up on my Netflix animes. Okay. I'm almost done with my Crunchyroll ones.
I finished Beastars on Netflix. Okay. That I watched In This Corner of the World. That was like cute. I need to watch Orbital Children.
I need to watch Orbital Children. I need to watch
Shaman King.
Yep, Shaman King. I need to watch what's that?
Eden's World.
Eden Zero.
Zero, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta finish The Pretender. I gotta finish. There's like another crime one that just popped out. One Piece got like a bunch of movies coming, a bunch of animated movies. So that's what I'm really. Because I definitely like a couple weeks ago I watched Princess Mononoke.
What movie dropping this month?
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero.
Yep.
Yeah, so we gotta go see that.
When is Dragon Ball Superhero?
I think that's this. I think this.
I want to say this month too.
I feel like it is. We gotta go see that too.
And
when we go see it, we will let y'all know. You know, you might throw a little live up. We might post them to the store. You know, at the movie theater.
Right, do a little review.
You know, a little gang type deal.
You know
We're gonna get into reels and stuff eventually.
Just seen Batman. It was lit. Long as hell, but
we're gonna move our social media a little more. But y'all gotta start answering us.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I know whoever played Batman, jaw hurt because he was being mugging the entirety of that movie. Like, I know your face got to be tired after that movie.
Oh, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
you remember him? He's from Twilight.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. I'm like,
he was Edward.
I thought so.
He hated that movie so much.
Everybody did.
Well, the best part about him,
he was a shiny vampire.
It was him in the interviews. He hated that movie so much that people would ask him shit in the interviews. He would just say shit. Like, they were like, oh, what do you do for fun? And he, like, you know, kick raccoons. Like, he would just say, and everyone, like, finally he just confirmed it, like, that he just hated it so much. We would ask him stuff. He just would just say anything. Like, and he hated the fangirls. Like, people would come up to him and be like, oh, my God, you know, you're Edward. I'm mad because, all right, you know, confession time, I read Twilight. And it's bad writing, but I like the story. My problem with Twilight was that I thought, in my mind, Edward was way sexier in my own head. And then the movie came out, and I was like, womp. Like, listen, I thought, I had him way more chiseled, way sexier looking. I had, like, a whole thing going. And then Robert Pattinson showed up, and they were like, this is Edward. And I was like, same thing with Bella. Like, I wanted Bella. Bella was prettier to me than Kristen Stewart. Like, it was all bad. Except for Emmett. Emmett was good looking. Jasper, I'm going to need your actor to get a little better at what you do.
I don't really know all them characters like that. I just know I watched like a couple minutes of it. Somebody convinced me to watch a couple minutes. And as soon as this vampire had glitter on when he stepped into the sunlight.
And that was the part that I didn't like either.
I knew at that moment it wasn't for me.
Okay, so when in the book, I feel like they made it seem like it was more reflective. Like the way sunlight bounces off of snow. Like that kind of reflective. But he wasn't supposed to shimmer. Yeah.
I was like, shimmering vampires?
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to shimmer. He was supposed to like reflect. Like, I think it was one of those like, you're so fucking pale type things. Yeah. But instead, they were like, let's make him glisten like a rhinestone. And I was like, all bad. I was like, all bad.
I come from that era with Blade and Underworld. I'm not here for shimmering vampires.
I mean, honestly, and
like Underworld was kind of like, oh yeah, I like her. I'm a werewolf. She like me. She a vampire. I can, and a whole lot of people get murdered. I can deal with that type of love story.
I think they should have made it come off a little more because it's actually very possessive. So I think they really should have had it more like possessed. Honestly, I'm reading Midnight Sun currently, which is from Edward's point of view.
And then the whole family one day eat her. That was funny too.
Just Jasper. Just Jasper. But that's because Jasper was like a newer vegetarian. So he just looked like he was in constant pain. What I want to know is why no one said anything about like, they're all like siblings, but they're all like together. And I'm like, why do we keep letting this happen? Like, no one says anything.
You got to think about at this point in their lives, that whole family thing. They all like 1,000 years old. That family thing don't mean nothing to them.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's the fact that you're around other humans and people and humans know. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you ever seen that show Life with Derek? Probably not.
No.
All right. It was a Canadian show. It was called Life with Derek. Some of you guys might remember it. And it was on Disney Channel. It was about this girl, Casey, and her mom married Derek's dad, whatever. Siblings meshing. Casey and Derek were 17, both 17. And when you know how when men and women talk, there are just certain words that, you know, like make me, like, you know, when they say shit like that. I don't know what these writers were thinking, but you couldn't tell me these step-siblings weren't fucking or trying to fuck.
Honestly, in my humble opinion, side note, if you already got like somewhat older teenager children, just just don't mess with nobody that got the same age children, because it's a lot of hormones involved in that age. And I just met this girl. She looking nice.
The amount of people that have admitted to like doing that sort of thing with their step sibling. Because they met at 15, 16. Yeah. Like, if you didn't grow up together. Like,
y'all don't got that bond.
Right. Like,
and all you know, you just moved in with this fine young lady.
You moved in with the easiest possible on either side. Like, it's
on either side.
Especially because your parents, for some odd reason, decided to leave you so home alone all the time at 16.
Like we got some type of relationship together. No, I don't know you. You don't know me.
Yeah, like the amount of people I feel like that just come out the woodwork. I feel like it's always a late night confession type thing. Like, yeah, I did that. And it's kind of like, I'm like, I mean, you was like, what, 16? Like, when you met, like, I'm like, it's one thing if y'all met when y'all were kids, and it's just like, that was your brother.
Yeah, that's your sibling now. Y'all grew up together, but
like, I feel like that happens a lot in anime.
Homie be like, yeah, I smashed my stepsister in the first month.
Yo, and what's crazy?
Look, you can't even argue with him.
Did you ever watch Domestic Girlfriend?
I know it was
it was spicy.
It was, what was it? 16 and Pregnant, where the step siblings was together.
Listen, that anime Domestic Girlfriend. First off, look it up. Go ahead and look it up so you can see the cover art real quick. I want you to see the cover art of Domestic Girlfriend. And I love violence.
Right.
like honestly. Oh. So, and then you can see the anime cover because it's him. So the main character has a crush on his teacher. That's normal or whatever. He's 17.
Right.
You know, he wants to touch his teacher, whatever. That's a thing. But obviously there's boundaries, things like that.
Right.
So what ended up happening pretty much is while he's at a mixer, he ends up with this
my fault. So y'all can get a glimpse of what the cover look like real quick.
So pretty much what ends up happening, the premise of the story is he goes to a mixer that same day, meets a girl, and the girl is like, let's just take it back to my crib, show you how I live type deal, because she just wants to get it over with.
Right.
So he lays with her or whatever, and it turns out that his mom is marrying the old girl's dad. Old girl that he slept with is also his teacher's younger sister. So now they're all living together. He's still pining for the teacher because now they're step siblings. And then old girl is like, I think I kind of like that, and I think I kind of want to do that again. So he's just.
I mean, in that case, y'all listen. Y'all not really related, so I.
It's just one of those. Honestly, when I saw the premise, I wasn't expecting it. I kind of finished the manga. They only had one season for the anime.
It's kind of like, I mean, long as y'all not related DNA wise, I mean, I get it. But if that's y'all sharing DNA or
what a weird turn for the podcast today. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock you. I mean, it's a little off, but if the context is like, hey, bro, like, or if it was some stuff like, oh yeah, we went to school together and I've been wanting her all the whole time we was in school, and now we in the same house. What you want me to do? I'm like, oh shit, well, do you? Yeah.
And you can watch Domestic Girlfriend on Crunchyroll and now Funimation. Okay, so which one do you prefer? Do you have both streaming services? Do you have Funimation and Crunchyroll? Well, I think you was on my Funimation.
Yeah, I was.
Which one do you prefer?
I would say just because I'm used to Crunchyroll, because that's usually I be forgetting Funimation is an option. And there's no knock on Funimation. It's just it's a creature of habit. I'm so used to looking at either, like even sometimes I forget Netflix has anime. Yeah, because it's like when you so used to going to this one area. And I think that's probably what went into them moving their stuff over there. It's like we got the bigger viewership.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Funimation's app is relatively newer, whereas Crunchyroll has been around for what?
It's been around for a while. I remember having it in high school.
Yeah, so it's like...
You know what it was? Funimation... What happened was that Funimation was only English or only stuff they could dub. Like, it had to come to America first.
Right.
But Crunchyroll was like, it just dropped in Japan here.
Here you go.
Like, and
you wanted a Portugal?
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah, like...
Spanish? We got it.
Yeah,
German? got it.
I think it is kind of funny because I feel like Crunchyroll and Funimation is what started the whole dub versus sub world, like
Probably.
the whole war.
Yeah.
Because like it is crazy because people are still giving you shit.
But it's funny though because somebody tweeted was like, I was a dub watcher, and then I watched sub, and then I went back and watched dub and was like, the fuck is this?
You know what it is too. It's the change in words so that it sounds correct in English, and I think that's what makes people irritated because when you listen to it, they don't sound like that. Like Midoriya's voice in English, I'm like, no,
Right.
like I don't like it. But Bakugo's voice, I mean, in English or in Japanese, you know.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I seen a dub version of My Hero, like a clip. It was when little boy kicked him in the
Kota.
And I heard the whole scene and dubbed, and I was like,
no. I honestly like. There's some voices like my issue with Yu Yu Hakusho. Cool Bar's voice is fucking annoying in Yu Yu Hakusho in English, but in Japanese I can deal with it. I can't deal with Yusuke's voice in Japanese. I hate it, and I prefer Justin Cook's voice. Same thing with Inuyasha. I love Richard Cox. I love him playing Inuyasha, but Inuyasha is like regular Japanese voice. I'm like, why? It's because women play them too. Like Goku's voice is dubbed by in Japanese. Woman. So bro, like it's not for my ears. Like so that's the other thing too. Like I like Vegeta's voice, and I think the problem is too is that it depends on their characters. Yeah. I think if you have more innocent characters, like Luffy is played by a woman in Japanese, and I think he is in English too, and Naruto is too. But I think that I feel like American women do their best. Like their voice actors try to like kind of grizzly their voice a little bit. So, cause you wouldn't, if I told you like Naruto was played by a woman here in America, that doesn't sound as correct to you, maybe.
I mean, you got. Well, I watch a lot of animated stuff, so it's not surprising because you got stuff like got stuff like Boondocks. Yeah. Where both of them is a female. You got Bart Simpson, who is, so coming from a background where you're used to females doing male voices, it's kind of not as mind-blowing.
But I feel like they try to make it sound a little grisly.
Yeah, they do. They add a little raspiness to it.
Like, because it's like, he's still a boy.
Right. Like especially, I understand it more, especially when it's like preteen, like when they're younger kids or boys.
Well, actually, funny enough, Sasuke has always been played by a man. And
but he always kind of had like a.
I think so. That was the other thing. That's my next little segue. I think it depends on the type of character they are.
That also makes sense.
Like, because Bakugo.
Yeah, the more sterner, angrier,
or serious
usually gonna have the deeper voice. Whereas like Goku is a more of a.
Yeah.
Hey, Hey, I'm Goku. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So he got a more upbeat. Whereas Vegeta's like, I'll punch you in your throat. So you kind of need somebody
because you can't. Because I think, you can't take them seriously.
It's like the Stone Giant in One Piece, and Luffy was like,
"Hey yo, Pico was dumb mad too. Like he was like, Luffy was like, Zoro handled my life, and Zoro literally was looking like." I don't know. He was like, he just can't take you seriously enough to fight you. Don't worry, I take everyone serious. I was like, thank God.
He was crying too, like, oh my God, I'm supposed to fight you?
Like, bro, he like, stop laughing. I'm like, you saying stop laughing only make it worse.
Funnier. Stop telling somebody to stop laughing. Listen, the best way to get somebody to stop laughing is to kind of like show no emotion.
Yeah, you just gotta let that
because
happen.
if the angrier you get, the funnier you get.
It's when you say stop laughing. Like,
because it's like, especially if I said something petty that shouldn't have took you to this level, like something real childish, I'm laughing even harder. Because it's like, you really this mad.
Like you hurt like
over something like that. Like
anybody even think, baby boy, anybody even think about you like that. Like, and you know what's funny too? Luffy doesn't take anything seriously, so it wasn't even that. But I feel like
I'd laugh too, bro. You like the size of 5 skyscrapers, and you got this little voice.
I feel the same way though about like Perolick, like Big Mom's first son. Yeah, like he's just like Perolick. It has to say lick after. I'm like, put your tongue back in your mouth. Like that.
Eating
like,
booty.
Man, got to. You can't tell me any different, bro. Like I don't even know how he kisses people. people. He just like you just like he looked like Lick Tongue.
Yeah,
like that makes me. Oh my god! I thought about when Lick Tongue licked Jessie on Pokemon.
She was shook.
Oh my god!
Sexual harassment,
man. Listen, you know what? We gotta definitely do a whole day of like Pokemon stuff too because James and Jessie. Honestly, Ash was okay, but I watched it for James and Jessie. I ain't gonna hold
man.
you.
Listen, Jessie James was androgynous. I don't care what nobody say.
Man, he was.
He was the prince of the Pokemon.
Jessie was the first one to show me that I could wear whatever the fuck I wanted because whenever they was like doing a whole bit, I mean, at some point, James they actually banned the episode in America. James actually had like full on like titties in a bikini. Like I gotta see if I can find it. Like. R.I.P. to my Google because I'm a writer too.
Her FBI agent worried about her.
My FBI agent definitely do be looking like. So what you really finna get into?
I seen something where a dude was whispering to his Alexa, and he was like, "Alexa, fart for me." And Alexa go every time I whisper. Every time you whisper, I'm gonna whisper back. And so the Alexa kept making fart noises. And the caption was, "I feel bad for this guy's FBI agent."
I'm not even
kidding.
Dead. I'm not even kidding with you. You guys can look up that episode, but it's actually it's a banned episode. Like they did not show it in America. So yeah, it was actually a swimsuit contest, and they're bigger than Jessie's. Like that's
right.
That's probably the worst part, and it's an older one because you can see like the background, like Misty's still involved.
Misty flat chested, and it was flaming it. But why he looking like that? I'm dead.
Oh,
that must be fan art.
That's fan art, yeah.
Sick bastard.
Yeah, he actually like full on like showed up and he showed out. I mean, he clearly doesn't have this, so it's kind of like, why did y'all? I loved that they just kind of did how they did. Like for real,
nice cosplay.
I know, right? Like when you know what, any female can cosplay as James because if you're like
Trunks.
Why?
The hair. That's all I say.
You about to bring up the coat
and a half jacket. Get you a baby fat half jacket.
Triple fat half jacket. Triple fat Juku coat.
Right.
Listen.
Get your little half jacket and some blue hair.
Listen.
And trunks.
I can't even. We gotta talk about banned episodes too, but yeah.
Like
censorship is a huge thing that I love in the anime community, and I'm so happy that we're almost.
One of the most famous animes is banned in Japan, which is Attack on Titan. Like they can't.
Oh, China.
It was China. Okay, yeah, they can't. They like, nah, y'all doing too much.
I think it's probably though because of it's what it instills in things like that. Oh yeah. Because remember, China is not as free thinking. Yeah. So. It's one
they don't want them to get on that type of time.
I was saying, remember that question you asked last week?
Yeah, when the black people was on that type of time.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like, I mean, the first thing you learn in oppression, yes, I took a class called oppression. It's so weird to explain that to people. The first thing you learn in oppression is that only oppressed people know that they are oppressed. Yeah. So if you don't know you're oppressed, you can't. Right. So I think that's something that the country tries to... Okay, correction. We think they're oppressed. I feel like it sounds weird if I say China is oppressed. Right. We think they're oppressed. And I think the
government do too if they ban the shows like that.
I agree with you.
No offense, China.
I mean, we're probably banned too.
Don't worry, we oppressed too.
I mean,
different level of oppression.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, without a doubt,
but oppressed nonetheless.
Yeah, I think that they don't like anything that could possibly make people think like that.
Revolt.
Yeah. Which
mutiny.
Which actually, funny enough, Japan did have an era like that during the Edo period in Japan. They kind of closed themselves off from like Western influence. Mm-hmm. So like I feel like every country kind of does it. I think it just
because they see how we get rowdy over here. Like, hey, don't y'all try that over here. Don't y'all try that over here.
I mean, you see the thing happening in Russia, like those people are protesting and they're like being arrested on the spot.
Drug.
Like they literally run out, they're like, this isn't right. The cops are like, put them up.
Lock them up. Shut up. Like, this ain't right neither. Hook. I mean, we kind of did the same thing.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, the whole like.
We're not even gonna get. Because I was about to get real deep with it.
You can't.
I'm not. Because I was about to say,
I mean,
you see how we're in democracy, and you see how we got our government has similar reactions to these other people when we protest. I'm just saying.
I mean, just the conversation of us walking and some people managing to make it into the White House. Yeah. I mean, that's obviously those people were met with very different
I told somebody, I was like, I tried to dream about doing that and it didn't work out in my I control a dream and it didn't work out in my favor.
Like Dwight from The Office. Like, let me understand this. You run your own bed and breakfast in hell with Satan? Like, even in your own fantasy, you're not the manager? like Jim really had him. Like, even in your own fantasy, like, you still not the manager. You still the assistant.
Still the assistant.
Like,
bro, I tried, like, yeah, I could, it all ended the same.
I think that's also a really interesting thing that I feel like anime likes to like tackle too, because like funny enough, someone in Russia or Ukraine actually was saying they were really worried that they would pass before they could see the end of One Piece. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that those things are like interesting factors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like
I said, like we talked about last time, a lot of animes always got some political background to it.
Definitely. I mean, I think that's the interesting part of it is that when you look at 86 really made me really like stop and really look, you know, at like soldiers and just people using children.
Like you in America, you old enough. At 18, you old enough to go shoot a gun and die, but you be damned if you get a shot of liquor.
Yeah. And I think that that's the interesting part as well, because Darling in the Franxx, most mech animes obviously are like the government is using children. But I think Darling in the Franxx is like
even Halo.
Just like them, I'm sorry you guys haven't watched Darling in the Franxx, spoiler alert, but them trading out their immortality for procreation is such an interesting feat, because it's kind of like, I can understand why adults would do it, because it's like you live forever. But at the same time, I kept thinking about how all the people who are living like past 100 are all like, I just want to die now. Like, I'm really ready to rest. Mm-hmm. And it's not like on some suicidal shit. It's just that you've done everything. And at this point, you can't do anything anymore. Like, and I think that that's interesting because, like, you know, the Darling and the Franxx have to be, like, the Franxx have to be used with boys and girls. And it's interesting that, once again, kind of back with that, like, step-sibling thing we're talking about, you put these prepubescent or kids going through puberty thing, like, children in a room, like, and then you're expecting them not to, and you're pairing them off. Right. So it's like, you guys have to get this together, and then you're expecting them not to feel feelings or get close or discover. I mean, at some point, one of the couples ended up, like, one of the two, they switched partners and they ended up having sex. And it was just like, they don't know what they're doing, but they have an idea of what they're doing because they found a book and they're like, wait, what's a baby? How do we make babies? Like, it's so funny because it always takes me back to the hilarious conversation that America is like having with parents that are like, just because you don't tell your kids about sex or don't tell your kids about stuff doesn't mean that they're not going to do it. Like, so you might as well just get in front of it. So it's like, you're like, it's my favorite thing in sex ed. Your kids are going to have sex. It's just about whether you tell them about it or you let their friend tell them about it. But at the end of the day,
because like, somebody gonna hit them on to the site.
Yeah, that's how I feel about people who censor censor TV shows. They're like, why is everybody gay? And I'm like, because there are gay people in real life. Like, why is everybody black now? Right. Everyone's not black now. Like, there are black people in real life, and when you don't open your children up to that stuff, that's what makes homophobia. That's what makes racism unintentional. Unintentional racism. Racism is taught, but unintentional racism. If you don't introduce, if you've never seen a black person in your life, then yes, you could be afraid of them. You might be. You've never seen them. Yeah. Same thing with gay people.
I dealt with that. Like one of my younger brothers, he's from like the inner city. So it was like he seen a white person for the first time.
What's going on? Right.
The white person. I don't
know. You only see him on TV or something too. You're like, y'all is real. Right. Like I think that's something that's super interesting. That when anime makes me think like that, like it's like I've never met or I've never like it's interesting to see the dynamics.
Even for me, when I went to Kent State, it was like, I don't know how to interact with these folks.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like the interaction is on a, you know what I'm saying? You know, your daily interaction in the hood is completely different
from you learn how to code switch way earlier or way later. Because they have no idea what you're talking about at all. It's really interesting because I actually, like, I noticed that when I started working in retail, I've always been able to code switch.
Right.
When I started working in retail, I had like, obviously you have to like sell to people in a certain way. So when you're selling differently, you're like, and I had to like tell one of my friends, I was like, so I like the way you sell to me, but you probably can't sell to a white lady because you're selling to me as a black person talking to another black person. Like, you have to code switch. I was like, because if you come with that energy, she is going to walk away. He is going to walk away. Like, you have to switch. Yeah. It's nothing. It's annoying. I'm not even gonna say it's not bad. It's annoying. It's really irritating that we have to do all that extra work. So stop. Stop. PSA over. Thank you for coming to my tent.
I'm not going. My favorite meme is would a dude be acting like a Karen?
Yes.
Like, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Where's your wristband?
I love that guy. Did you see? There's a TikTok of him talking to some other Karens.
Yeah.
And he's just like, and you know what I said? And they're like, you can't get in without a membership.
Just don't leave me hanging.
And I feel like too. I will say, I feel like sometimes not Karens exactly. I feel like sometimes white older women get a bad rap because you're just doing your job. And I think it's because people don't want to, like, they like, just let me play basketball. And it's like, I actually literally can't let you in because you don't have a, you know what I mean? They're like, you just trying to keep me down because I'm black. And it's like, that's the policy.
Yeah, but then you got the ones who just take the simple stuff too seriously. Like we used to have them study hall teachers who took study hall too seriously. It's like, bro.
See, but here's the thing, though. I feel like there's a certain part I feel like, and I think this is teenagers. I don't really think this is black people and white people. I think this is teenagers. I definitely do recall having, like, classmates say, like, oh, she's just racist. That's why she's failing me. Right. And I'm like, she's failing you because you keep showing up without your shit.
I get that.
Like,
but it'd be, because usually the root of the Karens is, it's a little bit of racism, but it's taking something way too seriously.
I know. And I agree. I agree with it to a certain point, but I think I'm biased towards it because people accuse me of doing that. They're like, "Oh, you taking it?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm just doing my job, and you could really get me fired, and you don't care that you could get me fired."
Yeah, so, well, no, like, in those situations, I'm talking about the ones where it's not that serious. Yeah, that they take it that serious.
No, yeah, people definitely trying to return fully burnt candles to me, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like, let me see your manager. He's going to tell you the same thing, but you know what?
No, I can't rock you for the free. I don't even know
you. So that's the other part too, though. Please do not try to get over on me or try to get me to, like, do you a favor. Because, like, your favor isn't worth my job.
I'm not going to lie. Some black people do it for real, but for the most part, black people do it for the hell of it, like, just because it's funny, like, we all know I'm about to pay, but it's like, I can't get it for the free, man. Like, we did it in the store one time, like, man, come on, man, do it for the love. We like, the only person that I love is my mama.
Because, hey, listen, I actually have more black men say, if it don't ring, it's free, and I be like sitting there like, fuck up. Like, I hate. Hey, if you go into retail, if you don't scan, it's free. It's not funny. But listen,
though, you can only make that joke with other black people.
Yeah.
A white person might call the security.
Or I can do it with other young people. Yeah. I gotta do it with people my age. Like me.
Yeah, if you do it as a like one dude came into the job the other day, was like, oh, anything I can help you with? You can give me a bank loan.
Oh my God. You know why I hate it? I hate it because I hear it so much. So that's why the only reason I hate it. When I'm like, how can I help you? Give me $1 million. Shut the fuck up. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? How can I help you, sir or madam? I think, but you know what? In retail, it pisses you because you hear it all day. Yeah. You're not original. You're not funny. I walked away from somebody and did it once. I was like, how can I help you? Oh, you can give me, you got $1 million laying around. I was like, all right. And he was like, where you going? No, because you own one today. And I'm already like, I'm just playing with you, girl. I'm just playing with you, girl. Hey, bitch. Hey, look, listen.
Man, I was just trying to break the ice.
And stop calling her sweetheart. I'm so sorry. It's an older man thing. Stop it. Stop it.
I mean, but older women get to call people hun and love and things of that nature.
Stop it. Everybody fucking stop it. Especially if I have a fucking name tag on.
And also it plays into the fact, like, a lot of women don't like, for some reason, ma'am is now an insult.
I'm not old enough to be a ma'am.
What the hell am I supposed to say?
Miss. I'm gonna miss you, bastard.
But you got to realize most black kids were raised to say ma'am and things sir and ma'am.
You forever, sir. I am a miss until I turn 30. Now look here. Do I look like a ma'am to you? Do I look like a man? Look at my face. Do I look like a ma'am to you? You better not say yes. I don't look like no damn ma'am. Like a miss. Not a ma'am.
Nobody thinks about it like that. We think ma'am as in female.
I'm not a ma'am.
Now y'all add y'all can't add. Look, men are simple. Stop adding so many rules. That's how you get sweetheart huns and baby girl. Now baby girls though, don't
please, because I definitely had this man like, all right, with your fine ass, and I'm like, I'm at work. I'm at work.
You could be at work and be fine at the same time.
Do not hit on me at work. It's scary.
All right, so look, the point of that is I might not get this opportunity again.
Now I'm trapped that I have to be nice to you though. So you.
I mean, you don't have to be.
Yes.
I mean, well,
yes.
Well, when they hitting on you, you don't have to be necessarily nice.
Yes, I do, because you could actually turn around and call corporate on me and do a whole thing.
And then you could be like, well, he tried to hit on me and it made me uncomfortable.
And they won't care. You know who?
I get that. I get that.
You know exactly how the white man works.
And guess what, though?
I'm so sorry, white people.
But see, I use that as a, see, now I can't fuck with y'all. Because y'all probably up there grabbing booties.
See, so
now I'm gathering the women together. Now we bringing down the establishment.
Now it's a record. No, the real reason why the women don't like being hit on at work, honestly, the big part is that we feel trapped and that we can't be as uncomfortable. As well as sometimes, like you said, you shoot your shot, you'll never get a shot like that again, and that's fine. But sometimes people return because they know you're there, or they know.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just talking about that situation in general. The initial shot comes from, I might not see her around again. Yeah. I don't know what days this lady work, and I ain't trying to be no creep.
Yeah, if you shoot your shot with me at the register, I definitely had somebody shoot their shot, and I didn't even know they were shooting their shot until my manager was like,
because it's like, even when I was single, it was women that I seen at the gym. I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna wait till next time. Never seen them again.
Oh yeah,
and it'd be like, should have said something.
No. Listen, you're absolutely correct. Your gym crush is different.
But in y'all head, it's like, why you talking to me while I'm at the gym? I'm all sweaty. I'm talking to you because I'm not gonna see you outside of here. Like
it's the other creeps that do it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's because it's like I was watching the list.
That's why we got to break out the generalizations of things.
I agree, but you also
because I know it's hard. I mean, just like it's hard for a dude. Like you could be possibly about to take all my money out of my pocket. I don't know yet.
You're correct. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know. You might say it's all good, and then I wake up, chained to my bed, and all my stuff gone. Like it's 50-50.
I'm not. Yeah. No. Look. Listen. Anytime you shoot your shot, you got a 50-50 chance.
Like, I could bring you back to the crib, but some dude kick in my door. Like,
oh no, you're right. Listen, I told my fiance. I said I hate when parents say that. Oh, it could be like the worst thing they could say is no shit. In high school, when you asking somebody out, the worst thing they can say is not no. Anybody under the age of 18.
Well, yeah, I mean,
the worst thing they can do is humiliate you, embarrass you, bully you. There's so many things worse than no. I'm not telling you not to shoot your shot.
And it was the premises of no. Like it was a generalized
no. I know what it is. But what happens is, because I'm never telling my child that. I'm never doing that. But worst thing, in certain situations, the worst thing they can say is no.
But at the same time, though, you have to, but you also have to make sure you instill a good level of confidence for when that rejection comes.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right.
Because if you tell them, like, oh, all the down shit that happens then they're gonna be like, I ain't shooting no shots.
I'm just never gonna say the worst thing they can say is no.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not gonna do that because
they can reject you.
Like I was gonna say.
Now, how they go about it may vary.
That's what I'm saying. That's what, just because.
But just know.
Don't get me wrong. I shot my shot and now I'm getting married. I ain't gonna hold you, right? but I'm a real rarity. Okay?
But like everybody, shoot your shot. If they always
I tell all my friends, shoot your shot.
If it happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? If it don't, it don't. If they greasy about it, that was your sign to let you know they was probably a trash motherfucker anyway.
Big facts, no print.
So just shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? Don't block your blessings.
Parents, stop telling your kids the worst thing that a boy or a girl or whoever they ask out could do is no. High schoolers are terrible. They're scary people, and they will do.
But see, that's why you
got
to pick your moments right. You can't ask them in front of everybody.
No. It's not even about that. It's not even
Listen,
about that.
hold on. It is though, because if you the only witness to that disrespectful shit, it don't hurt as much.
No, you're right. I'm talking about what happens. I'm talking about the aftermath.
Oh, when they tell everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, then you'll be like, well, I'm glad she said no because that bitch breath stank. And then you move on. Like, and then they be like, well, you tried to holler at me. I ain't know your breath was stank till I got that close to you. And you win.
we do have to. Well, we need another podcast where we definitely talk about that. What is that? Fuck you, you ugly dead bitch. Anyway, thing. What is that?
No. Okay, so now if you just do it because they regularly said no, then
what's going on?
You're doing the most. But if they tried to play you when they said no, then you drag them.
That's different. But if I say no and you like, are you ugly ass anyway? You start roasting me, like I'm really glad I said no. You're clearly.
Or sometimes, and then it's also another situation where you approach this as gentlemanlike as possible,
right?
And you get straight acid, and it's like
that's different. That's different.
Well, fuck you too. You all raggedy muff.
It always starts with raggedy. It does. But that's our time. We gotta fucking go. We will see y'all next week. If y'all got stuff y'all want us to talk about, hit us in the comments, DM us. We on Twitter and we on Instagram. Hit us up, let us know, and answer our questions on our fucking live. Quit being punks.
Weirdos. All right, bye y'all.
Bye.